Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Neeraj, and today we have a youth panel. Let me first of all introduce myself. I'm Neeraj, basically, a full name Neeraj Gupta. I work as a chief strategy officer with a company called Adabotics. It's a it's a startup based out of Calgary, and I also have a couple of other companies, and I invest in startups. I originally am from India and have studied in Sweden and US. Um, Today, we are talking about youth, and all of you, as you know, that youth are the most important pillar for the society and economy. And we have awesome set of youth achievers today, and I'm gonna a little bit introduce them. They have an awesome profile, so it's gonna take some time for me uh, to introduce them to you. And so we have Ashia Sharif, badminton player, debate and advocate for human rights, and high academic achiever. Ashia Sharif is used to beating the odds. She consistently uses her own life experience to inform her efforts of bridging interfaith communities, promoting open dialogue, and ultimately improving the lives of vulnerable population. She had led three blood drives, co-led a youth group supporting Syrian refugees, partnered with Orphan Sponsorship Program, and was General Director of the Muslim Student Association, Al Kamasha. Now we have Aranya Ghosh, inspiring sea cadet, avid health science researcher, award-winning trumpet player, and selfless volunteer. Aranya Ghosh works to encourage and inspire his generation. Some of his efforts include his dedication to Canadian Armed Forces, leading poppy drives for veterans, promoting classical music in the community, and his determination to be medical surgeon in the field. In addition to his research regarding chronic diseases, he is also a skilled trumpet player. Um, Welcome, Aranya. Now we have Sunan Kanapan. Sunan's passion for fighting cancer is exemplified by his research at the Tom Baker Cancer Research Center, forming a non-for-profit committed to democratizing cancer research through the involvement of youth. He is regularly recognized both nationally and internationally for his innovative work and is seen by his peers and professors as future leader in the cancer research. He is an advocate for issues that matter to him on and off campus and shows incredible potential to improve communities around him. Um, and then we have Dundee Wang, nationally recognized basketball player, student union representative, honor student, and community volunteer. Wang is a dedicated champion for positive change through sports academia and philanthropic efforts. He has a passion for empowering immigrant youth to engage in sports and foster through his not-for-profit organization, Vision Youth Sport, so that they can work towards their dream as he is. And last but not the least, we have Yuvraj Singh, dedicated to service, healthcare outreach, and empowerment. Yuvraj Singh has been actively involved in projects to better his community. He has led poverty reduction and anti-hunger initiatives and promotes our harmonious coexistence by connecting level of government, community organizations, and school in interfaith dialogue. Yuvraj has also worked with cardiology groups to promote health research in diverse communities and teaches debate to high school students in order to engage them in the Alberta Youth Parliament and become tomorrow's leaders and pioneers. So welcome to the Youth Achievers. And to begin with, if you guys can um, uh, throw some light about your personal and professional life and the awesome work which you're doing, what motivated you to do so? So if we can start with Asha.
Yeah, so hello everyone. Thank you so much for that welcome. That was very nice to hear. It's very strange hearing that thing about you, but thank you so much. So I came to Calgary in 2014 and I was a very new immigrant. And I saw that as a new immigrant, I was lost. I was totally lost. We came here as a family and my parents, they were in their own direction. They were like trying to figure out things for themselves. I was here as a new university student. I was trying to navigate my post-secondary studies, and then my siblings, everyone was finding their own directions. And at that time I found great support from my community members. They were very helpful. And before coming to Alberta, I stayed for a while in Toronto and British Columbia as well for a few days. And I realized that Calgary is one of the best communities to live in because the people over here are so generous with their efforts and help. They are very very kind people, very nice people, and I found that they were very helpful. And so today, when I am reaching my goals, when I'm in a position to help the community back, so I feel like I have a lot to do back in the community. I have a lot more to do for the community actually. So this is what inspires me to do for Calgarians, like whatever I can.
Thanks, Asha. Aranya?
Yeah, hi. First of all, thank you so much for the intro. It's so amazing. But hi, I'm Aranyo. I'm a grade 11 student at Sir Winston Churchill High School. I'm originally from India. Both my parents are from India, and I have an older brother. I was born in Singapore, and as a family, we immigrated to Canada in 2008 when I was around 3 years old. So as mentioned in my intro before, a passion of mine is music. I play the trumpet at my school's symphonic and jazz bands, and I find that it is such a creative way for me to express myself. I'm currently a Sea Cadet with number 335 Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Calgary, and I've been a part of the cadet program for the last 6 years. I'm also an avid learner of health sciences research, as I've always wondered and appreciated how life works. And I realized that I'm truly passionate about military and medicine, and I intertwine both of these aspects of my life. And that is why my goal in the future is to serve the Canadian Armed Forces as a medical surgeon.
Thanks a lot. Sananda?
Thanks for the introduction, Neeraj, and great to be amongst all of you today. I'm as an introduction, my parents are also from India. I moved here when I was 2.5 years old, moved originally to Windsor, and then moved to Calgary about 10 years ago now. Yuvraj and I, we went to junior high together, so we've known each other for a while, and it's good to be good to be alongside him today as well. Just quick summary of some of the things I do, maybe that might be of some interest. As Neeraj said, involved in some cancer research work at the university. I'm a student there. A great community to be a part of, lots to learn, and for sure a very supportive set of professors, research staff. So lots of opportunities. Number two, I work with a nonprofit organization that I co-founded with a previous IDA member, actually Mehul Gupta, called Eureka Canada, and we work on democratizing citizen science research. So kind of, marrying the passion for research with some of the community service work. It's a great opportunity to interact with some of the youth and learn from them. People like Arnio teach us every day. They're much smarter than us here. So, and then finally, I also do some volunteering, all related to cancer. So my hope in the future is to be involved with the cancer research, cancer care, either as a physician or researcher. I'm still not sure, but thanks so much for the stage today.
Awesome. Dundee Van?
Hi, thank you for the introduction. Really happy to be here amongst all these great finalists today. A quick introduction about me. So me and my parents were both from China. I immigrated here in 2008 when I was 5. What I do, as you mentioned, is I'm a really high-level athlete. I play basketball. Personally, I represent Team Alberta on the national stage. I represent our province at tournaments. The reason why I do the things I do is because I don't see many immigrants actually playing basketball at a high level, or even soccer, volleyball. I just want to break barriers and try to send out an example that, hey, you can do this too, and not shy away and kind of be scared of the kind of stereotype around the community that maybe immigrants aren't the best athletes can reach that level. And sure, me, I do lots of volunteering. I'm a grade 12 student at Western Canada High School. Other than that, my passion is really just basketball.
Thanks a lot, Yuvraj.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for that introduction. So I'll get really quickly into kind of the spheres that I'm involved in. So, one of the biggest things that I guess motivates me, I'll start from the motivation, is creating avenues for young people to spark them with innovation and academic excellence and professional advancement. So most of my endeavors, whether that's inside the university or outside, has been to mentor and champion youth interests. So within the university sphere, I currently lead an ambassador team within the Grand Challenges approach, the Faculty of Science ambassador team. And we work to bridge students with career opportunities, bridge what they're studying in school, and how that relates to an interdisciplinary workforce. Outside the university, I'm currently a student counselor with the Canadian Council for Youth Prosperity, where again, it's looking to understand what strategic implementations can public policy and employers put in to make sure that youth have the right resources to access areas in the workforce or access skills. And outside of that, I hope to activate young people by tutoring them and mentoring them in debate, but also creating provincial representation for young people in the Alberta Youth Parliament, where they hopefully understand that they can actually make an impact and youth really do matter. So that's a quick summary of the spheres that I'm involved in. Once again, I'm absolutely floored to share the stage with all these young people, and it's great to see Sunand again. So
Thanks a lot. So I have a very limited amount of time, but I will try to ask individual questions which I have. So starting from you, Sunand, why did you choose cancer research, and how do you balance out your education and the nonprofit activities? Because I'm sure that a lot of you would want to know about that.
Absolutely. You know, cancer research, coincidental, right? I did my volcano science project, as everyone did, for Science Fair in Calgary, and emailed some people at the University of Calgary. And it was kind of random at that point. And so the first response I got was from Dr. Kyung Lee. So that was my foot in the door in grade 8. And it was an awesome opportunity, rare in cancer, and that kind of sparked me. I don't have a personal motivation for any sorts of cancer research, but what I'd like to think is that I've gained a lot of passion for it over time. And I think that, you know, I don't think everyone needs to have a personal motivation to start researching something, but I think that over time we'll for sure, you know, get an intellectual and even emotional connection to that topic. And especially bolstered when you start volunteering and stuff.
Archia, you know, you mentioned that you have been to Toronto and then Calgary. What does Calgary provides to the youth? What's unique in Calgary from your point of view?
From the community perspective, like I mentioned, the community over here is very supportive, very close-knit, very tight-knit. Wherever you go, you bump into someone or the other that you have seen before, or you know, so very tight-knit and very close, I must say. And if you're talking about the extracurriculars, I would definitely say Calgary has mountains. So you have a lot of activities, winter sports going on here. So those are the two things that I am biased towards Calgary for.
Thanks a lot. And Andy, you have a very unique profile in terms of the, you know, sports and education. And very quickly, if you can tell, you know, at the professional level, if somebody needs to achieve what you're trying to achieve, what are those important aspects, like 3 important aspects which they have to look into if they want to become professional athlete?
I would say definitely work hard, time management, and just always give it 110%.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's really hard.
Your message to the youth, you have been involved and motivating a lot of people. Your message to the youth of Calgary and Alberta?
So my message is always just try, even if you don't think you'll make it. Definitely try everything out. I know as a kid, like this year, I just made my volleyball team. I didn't even know I played volleyball.
Thanks, Randy. So the same question to Yuvraj. Yuvraj, your message to the youth of Calgary today?
Find one thing that you can do in the middle of the night. Find one thing that if you were to do anywhere, anytime, pick that up and run with it. And develop yourself to be the best version of yourself. And find ways that you can give back to the same community that has brought you here. And I'll quickly say this, because this is super important, that where we are as youth right now, a lot of people don't understand the things that brought us here. So reflect on what you have and provide that to other people, and see if you can bring that same opportunity in other people who don't have the resources you had.
Absolutely, thank you. And Aranyo, last but not the least, the music and health sciences. unique combination. So what if professionally you need to choose one of these when you grow, what will you choose? Aranyo, the question is to you. Can you hear me?
Myself in health scientific research and in the health sciences field. And as I said before, my goal in the future, music to me is a huge passion that I have, but my goal in the future is to marry both the military, the Canadian Armed Forces, as well as science together and in health sciences. So my goal in the future is to serve the Canadian Armed Forces as a medical surgeon. But music, of course, has always had a huge influence on me, and I'll always try to keep that with me as I grow older.
Absolutely. So, guys, thanks a lot for sharing your journey and the value proposition which you guys have built over the period of time. My request will be keep doing what you are doing and keep motivating the youth, because whatever you are doing will make other youth do or follow you guys. And one last piece of advice from my side is mentor other youth as well if possible, because what you have achieved, a lot of people do want to do it, but they need that gentle nudge, and you guys are a great achiever. I thank you for that. I thank you for the diversity, and I thank you for what you have done to the society. So thanks a lot. If you guys, any of you guys have any last word in like 5 seconds, please feel free to add. We have just 1 minute left. Anybody?
So yeah, I just have one piece of advice for the youth. Anyone trying to do anything new, please do not be scared of doing and try to challenge yourself every day. Like someone mentioned before, so I would say something on the similar lines. Try to do something every day that challenges you. Like, you know, that's something you're very scared of, and just go for it. You know, just go for it. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everybody, and you have a great evening. And thanks for being part of the panel.
Thank you, Neeraj.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.